only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today, it ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now.
The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. He's checking.
Let's go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set. Mike is pilot, 64, weak. And let's pin the mirrors back and go through a street. Shoot!
Now Ballage. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set. 18 Gator. 80 weapons. 6-man. Check cross. Switch.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
59. 22 jet bomber. Check 49. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. 50, plant.
On 1st down, here's Love. Down the numbers. throws. There he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Bryce Love with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
On the ready. Check. Topper. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Love. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bryce Love with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
31. Hey, wahoo! You remember me? Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down, Maddox. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen has been pretty sensational.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On 2nd down now, it's Love, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Malage. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 7-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On second down, Love. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So we got man. Switch.
80 weapons.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Maddox. Open man is QT, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Alpha.
From the gun, Maddox. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They run it with Balaj. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
25, check 25. You draw Corker. 36. Ready.
They'll run here with Balaj. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Bryce Love on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
Hey, 7.
To throw on 2nd down. Maddox. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, team six now.
Off play action. Maddox. Got an open man. It's QT. Called that a very strong gain of 24. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he gets it down to the 32. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jalen Richard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Down, 50, plant. 80 weapons. Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Jet 13. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Ready.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
2nd and 6. Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check. 5.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the Bears' 23-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Check 99. Check 99.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Ringer, guys. Price 51. Mike. Protein spill. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Check. 2-draw forfeit. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 9. X3. 218. Chopper.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
61, matchbox lights. Check 52. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Bound to lose one. Mike's 54. Hey, Delta. 54. Ready.
To throw again. Maddox. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw. Maddox. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to throw. Maddox. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
64. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. We got double up. 80 weapon. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Switch up. Big end.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They run the counter. Love. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Love again. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Looking to throw. Maddox going for Metcalf. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 39 yards there. A big one. Back to throw. Maddox. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on this.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Go. Go. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
You 61. Matchbox lights.
No.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 32.
Operating from the gun, Maddox. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Back to the air on second down. Maddox. He'll find Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the second.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maurice Hurst in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Looking to throw. Maddox. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Incomplete. It's now third down and long.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the gun, Maddox. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Maddox. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hey, Hayward!
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
All day. Don't throw this way.
Let's go. 18 Gator. I'm trying to collect.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch twins. Watch twins. Joker, Joker, Joker.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Shit.
They'll run with Love. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll have them 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Back to throw. Maddox going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Running to start the drive is Love. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the gun, Maddox. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf, 91 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
This is Love. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Ready to break. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, 2.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Hey, exit.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Maddox. It's caught inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
Operating from the gun. Maddox. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Randy Gregory. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
80 weapons. Check 24.
On 1st down, it's Love, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.